All right, capped everything off. Let's get our Vapo Rust in there. Like I said, we'll be able to reuse this. Don't throw it out. We're gonna let this sit for a couple hours, rotate it, let it sit, rinse it out with water, dry that out, compressed air, then pour fuel in it, and then get that out, and then we will dry it out again, and we'll be done. All right, let's go ahead and start taking apart our fuel pumps. All right, a little bit of an extra step. I'm going to use some rust dissolver since I'm waiting on parts. No one's going to see this bracket, but whatever, I want to preserve it. So wear some gloves. Use this stuff, coat the rust, let it sit, clean it off. Then we have a coat of rust preventative, and then we could spray this thing if we want to, or just leave it. Like I said, no one's gonna see it. It could make it nice and pretty, so I'll check if I have some spray. I'll definitely spray it. All right, so I've painted the whole assembly and I've got everything kind of back together. The fuel pressure accumulator came in from FCP. It's the wrong thread size. And this part at the dealer cost $375. FCP's part was $200. This hose is no longer available, so we're gonna leave it. Doesn't seem like it's in that bad of shape, so that's that. Worst case, you would have to get one fabricated by some hose company. It's got a metal T here, but for now it is what it is. I might try to put this back together with the original accumulator if it's not bad. There are ways of knowing, so I might give that a shot. But for now, let's go ahead and get the tank in and then put the line back in. Today we're going to be tackling the fuel injectors, cleaning out the lines for the fuel tank, the main feed lines, blowing those out. I've already started to take some stuff apart, and I'm waiting on parts, and once my parts come in, I'll go pick those up and we may be able to get this thing fired up. I'm not sure yet. Let's go ahead and take a look what we're looking at here. I've disconnected the return, the main feed line. I've blown those out, sprayed some brake cleaner in there. Now I'm disconnecting all the lines off the spider, cleaning those out so we get no debris that'll come in, and it'll give me access to get to the rest of these injectors. I've already replaced the first one here. I got new seats, new seals, new injectors, so we'll go in an order. We'll do the rest of those. And I also got these new vacuum lines which are dry rotted and cracked, so those will be in the parts list. So let's go ahead and get to work on removing all that. Once that's sorted, we'll put all that back together. We'll change the fluids. I've already taken off the spark plug wires. I've replaced the spark plugs. We should be able to get this thing fired up, and once it does, then we'll focus on maybe doing the coolant and whatever else we need to do. If fuel pumps are going to be going in, and fuel strainer. I got to pick up the fuel hose. The dealership gave me the wrong one, so there's always that. So let's get to wrenching. Alright guys, I went down the rabbit hole and I've taken out this whole assembly here. There's a cracked vacuum line down there. So you want to loosen up the bracket. That's a Phillips right there. If you guys can see that over there. Disconnect all of your lines, your hoses, take out your idle air control valve, which is connected here. You're probably going to crack this, but should replace it anyway. I have some line I'll replace. Then there's 1, 2, 3 10s. Pop those off. Once all your lines to your injectors are disconnected, this will then come out, and that gives you access to something that's unplugged here. That's good that we saw that. I probably did that. And you're gonna want to clean your throttle body here. There's a bunch of fuel in there. Old fuel. Could suck that out. Clean that. Could lubricate all of your connections while you're here. Gives you good access. Vacuum this out, blow all this crap out. Don't get anything into your engine. You might want to do that once your injectors are in. I'll just vacuum whatever I can reach here, and then eventually just wash the engine bay. So this is the hose that's cracked that I wanted to get out, and it's underneath this whole thing, so that's why this one I'm going to reuse. I couldn't find it. It's still not cracked, but this one is completely gone. That connects to that. Probably will need this connection. So that's that. Now I have beautiful access to all my injectors, which is nice. I'll take out those seats, place the rest of them, and get those at least situated, then go get my parts. So let's go back to the injectors, take those out, put them in, and then clean the throttle body. Alright guys, here's some fun stuff for you. The last injector seal got stuck inside there. I've been drilling it out, taking pieces out. Looks like the mouse. So here's how it looks when it's in there. All the other ones came out. This was just seized in there, probably because it's like there was a mouse pissing onto that area and then it corroded the plastic. But I just managed to work all that crap out. Let me go ahead and try to fish the last section out. So about an hour or so later, I got the tip off, and the rest is history. So now we can proceed. Obviously cleaned out the insides of all those ports, and we'll go ahead and put the new seats in. Alright, we are done with the injector nightmare. Put all the brackets on, put all the injectors in, and now I cleaned the throttle body. I lubricated all the points, so that's nice and free. And I'm changing the oil. I did the filter already, and once the oil is done, finish that up. We'll go to the tank, clean that tank out, dry it out, I'll start reinstalling that. So let's go and do that. All right, I got my new hoses in, connectors. Here's the new hose. I got all the injectors seated. Now I'm gonna go ahead and feed this guy here and show you how to do that. So since this is already loose, you're gonna wanna remove the injectors. This is gonna go under here. Our injectors back in over there. The brackets, because it's gonna be difficult to put them on later. Stuff, and we'll get the whole assembly back on, which I've already kind of cleaned. These hard lines will go under here. Forgot something already. There's a broken wire too, so we're going to want to fix this too. Alright, we got our set. Oh my god. Alright guys, it was too hard to solder and record and hold stuff, so you guys get the point. I'll put the cover back on, clip this back together. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, we're just tightening up all the lines on the top here. Click back our wiring harness. Clip everything in. This goes into the idle air control valve. We'll get that installed next. Got that on. Plug this in. Alright, let's go ahead and put our spark plugs back in. I'm going to change the valve cover gasket, but I'll do that at a later time. I want to get this thing fired up. Alright, here's the clean tank. Put some fuel in it. As good as we'll get it. And now let's go ahead and get this bad boy inside the car. You're gonna want to go angle this way. And we'll catch those last. We'll make sure that everything is good underneath before we do any of that. And then we'll put our grommet in last too. Grommet will go here. Alright, we're under the car. Tightened up the main line. Got all this in. Last thing I'm going to do is tighten everything up. And then put my positive and negative terminals on. I'm going to go do those vents over there. Over there. And then we could fill her up with fuel. Prime the system and check for leaks. Alright, now we're over here where the breather valves are. I got a new check valve or whatever it's called. And I'm putting these hoses back on. And then we could pour fuel in it and crank the car, maybe see if it starts. Let's go. Alright, it is the moment of truth here. Pouring our fuel. All right, let's go ahead and put the battery, hook the battery terminals up, and probably give it a go. We'll check for leaks, of course, prime the system. We'll make sure there's no leaks. I got oil, spark plugs are hooked up. Should be good to go. Get some belt dressing on there. Before we crank it. Fuel, car's tilted, so fuel should pour quicker to the engine through the lines. A little bit of belt conditioner, because this belt has been sitting for ages. Moment of truth. Prime the system. A couple times. There we go, fuel sending units working. Fuel pumps activating. Here I'm shooting fuel. All right, let's give it a go. Put some starting fluid in the ignition. I don't know if that battery's not weak. Don't see any leaks, so that's good. Unless it's some stupid immobilizer. It's alive. Yo! lifter's a little bit loud. But it's alive. Alright guys, the tick is gone. It's just I figured, just had to run oil through everything and all the passageways. This thing's been sitting for so long. So it sounds good right now. Awesome. Now it's on to getting some tires mounted onto the wheels and then getting this thing outside and cleaning it. Yeah, this is great. Great news. Super sick. Big news. Awesome. So happy that this thing is running again. We're gonna get it cleaned up and we'll let somebody else finish this build. My job is done for the most part. Resurrected another pre-merger. It's gonna see the light of day and somebody else will be able to enjoy this thing. Excellent engines, the M104s, a little over 250 horsepower. I don't know if it's like 270, which is big numbers for back then in 1990. And these engines later became the C36 engines, which had upgraded cams and I think pistons and cylinder walls were bored out, etc. But it derived from this engine. So this is a stout engine. I mean, beautiful car. As you guys know, I love these things. Pillarless coupes, can't go wrong. The AMG kit with the arrows is just perfect. I got the grill I'm gonna swap on it. It's over there. I got headlight surrounds, amber markers. It'll give it the cleaner look. It is a new day and we are working on the CE. Today we're going to be doing some fun stuff, some cosmetics, getting this thing tidied up. So we're going to do the grille, the amber markers, the headlight housing, give it a wash, and then we'll start cleaning the interior and get this thing looking a lot better. I put the wheels on and the tires, and the car is sitting. You guys saw it started rolling out. Drove it out of the garage, so that's awesome. Wheel is holding air, so that's good. So yeah, let's get to putting some of this fun stuff on. The amber markers came in. I'm gonna go ahead and swap those. I also got the brackets or the housing for the headlight lenses. I'll swap those. I've already swapped the grille and I think it looks good, but I'm kind of having second thoughts. I kind of dig the period correct, color matched grille. Even though the double emblem is kind of throwing me off. Maybe if it didn't have the hood ornament and just the star on the grille, it would kind of be more period and like cleaner. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I just got done flushing the cooling system and the reservoirs and cleaning out the hoses. I'm now going to be tightening up the tension on the new belt and go ahead and sort that out, put everything back together, and I'll take it for its first a little bit longer drive to the gas station, fill up the gas tank. And yeah, that's about it. Then we'll start probably on the detailing process, exterior, interior. So let's go ahead and get back to putting this thing back together. So So your tensioner bolt is the 13 here, and there is a Allen key right over there. Before you touch that, you want to loosen the actual bolt that holds the tensioner. Then you adjust your tension. And it should be like, you know, finger press. You should be able to twist it a little bit. Now, you don't want it too tight. So that should be good right about there. I've already tightened it. And then tighten that up when this is already loose, and then the last thing you do is tighten that bolt there. And before I did all that, I took off the fan shrouds. That's pretty self-explanatory. The fan itself has 5mm Allen bolts, 3 of them. Pop those off, release the tension, belt comes off easily, slide a new one back on. I blew out all the hoses. I'm just going to clean off this crud and put everything back together. Put the new intake in, air intake. I got the new hose for there. I already swapped that out. I had a temporary one on there, and top it off with coolant, and we'll go for the Maiden voyage to the gas station. So yeah, let's get back to putting all this stuff back together. All right, final step. Throw this guy in here. Let's double check everything's plugged in. Looks to be good. Put our vacuum line here. I gotta trim this vacuum line. My snips. All right, we'll add some blue Mercedes coolant that's already been diluted by me, 50-50 distilled water. Start the car, it'll probably take some in, I'll top it off. Sounds good. Go ahead take it for a ride. Alright, guys, the temperature seems to be okay. Let's see if the thermostat opens up. Get my seafoam. Pour into the tank. Burning off some crud. Old oil, etc. Pour our seafoam in. Go get some gas. Keep an eye on the top. We gotta watch out for the brakes. But we are driving. Turn signals, good. We are driving. We're driving this thing. No gas to get to the gas station. Fan shifted good. Temp is still good. Awesome. Yeah, buddy. Another one saved, baby. Let's go. Alright, we made it to the gas station. $4.20 a gallon for premium. Filling her up. The Maiden voyage, guys. This thing made it. Ridiculous. Last tanked up in '09. Man, it looks real good. Can't wait to do the detail video. You guys are gonna love it. I'm gonna enjoy this one for sure. Out in the wild for the first time since '09. OG. Period. AMG. CE. Got my 6-liter SL plates. Fool some people, I guess. Let's go ahead and take this thing back to YTG. See you guys in a bit.
I'm going to be detailing the 300 CE. I'm going to wash the exterior and I'll go ahead and do the interior. So let me show you guys what we're working with here. The door panels, everything's a little bit moldy, and the back seats are covered in crap. There's dirt all over the paint. We got to pressure wash this thing and then give it a hand scrub. So let's get to work.
The CE is washed up, it's looking fantastic. I'm gonna get to tackling the interior on the car. There's a lot to do. I'm gonna clean the leather seats, vacuum it out first, then I'm gonna start using some water and cleaning up all the stuff inside of the car. There is a lot of debris and a lot of you know, crap that's dust and bugs and who knows what else is under the seats. So I've pulled the rear seats. They are right there. I'm gonna give those a good wipe down. Here's a look at the car washed up, and I'll do a video of it a little bit later outside in the sun to give you a better idea. This car is up for sale. It is running and driving. Sure, there's things you can do to improve it. I've done my job here. I've got this thing back on the road. It drives, stops, fires up, looks sharp. Somebody wants to make a really clean example. This is a good car to start with and get your feet wet in the pre-merger car game. Hard to find these cars, all original AMG kit with stampings on every body panel. The M104 is a rare 32 valve engine that came in the 300 SL, so not a common engine. For these cars, they only made them for like a year or two. It's got the molded ducktail spoiler. Obviously the paint is not perfect. But those finishing touches I'll leave up to the next owner. Let's go ahead and get to the inside and get this thing cleaned up. Radio's not working. I have a working radio, so I'll put that in. And the seats are out. I'll vacuum everything up, clean up all the leather as best I can, and hopefully somebody can enjoy this thing and keep it on the road. All right, let's get to vacuuming. Do a before, and I'll show you guys the after. Look at all this crap. Yeah. Holy crap, look what's behind here. Oof, smells rancid fudge. Nice and clean. Before and after. Still gotta condition them. I'll move on to the door cards here. Look at that. All right, guys, it is all done. Here it is in the daylight or sunset. Just finished the interior. It's looking really nice. This one is up for grabs, so whoever is interested, hit me up if it's still available or maybe sold. The interior looks really nice for what it is. All the mold, everything came off. Show you the car in the daylight. Now it's kind of dark, but everything came out really nice. Look at this wood, amazing. Look at how dark it is. So good. Here is the car all finished in the daytime. Finished meaning washed. And we are at the final stages here. I'm gonna do a buff right now. I'm gonna clay bar the car, and I'll buff it. I polished up the wheels off camera. They came out really nice, actually. So I'm gonna be clay barring the car. You could hear that. Then after the clay bar, I'll do a pass, a buff, and this thing is pretty much done. So if anyone is in the market, car is for sale. You know, still things you can do to make it perfect for the road. Right now it does start, run, stop, drive. Probably we'll need to go through stuff like the transmission mounts, motor mounts, brakes, suspension. Although it's not making any noise, I mean, definitely could use a refresh. It's probably original. But yeah, overall, this thing came out night and day from where it was, you guys saw. So I'll go ahead and give it a pass. This tire is holding the air. This is the worst wheel. If you could find one wheel and get them all re-chromed, they could maybe save this one if they re-chrome it. I'm not sure, but interior looks sharp. Would look sweet with some brown Recaro seats. Headliner's nice. Wood is in nice shape. Momo steering wheel, brown Recaros, some Cocos if you'd like, but that carpet is nice. I love the brown. Champagne, smoked silver over brown, looks sweet. Put Euro lights on it if you want to, but it's awesome. I got the original grill over there, so, well, original to the car when it was on there. If anybody still wants to swap it out, that's up to you. But keep an eye out on the MB market. This thing will be live, and good luck if you end up with it. I'd love to see where you take this thing, but right now let's go ahead and start buffing the car. Oh yeah, look at that. That is sweet. That is nice. Wow. So good. This car's gonna look great. Before and after. Smooth. That is nice. Wow. All right, the CE is done. It is being posted on MB Market, so keep an eye out. They should have bid on the car if you want to get this gem. And here it is in the daylight, fully detailed, buffed, running and driving. $1990 300 CE AMG. It's come a long way, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the series. A lot of time and effort went into getting this guy back up and running. Really glad I saved this one. Paint looks amazing for what it is. Some sun fade here and there. But that's all she wrote for this one. Stay tuned for the next Mercedes build or AMG build. We'll see. I'll keep you guys in the loop. So we have done a ton of mechanical work, a ton of paint correction, detailing, you name it, going through the fuel system. And this car is again on the road, and I'm super happy that we finally were able to get this thing back up and running. Sitting since '09, maybe longer, who knows. But make sure to bid on the MB market. I'll leave the link down below. It may be live, maybe sold already. But if it isn't, keep an eye out, and make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.